It's the National Football League on EA Sports, where we'll get a look at this team's sure-handed tight end. He's gonna be a busy man in the passing game. This should be a good one to watch under the lights on Thursday night.
As the weekend approaches, let's settle in and end the week right, with an outstanding Thursday night contest here with the NFL on EA Sports. Joined, as always, by Brock Hewitt up in the booth. I'm Kate Scott, and tonight, we're going to see the pros battle through a heavy downpour. This could be a contest, Brock, where the team with fewer miscues because of this weather is the team that walks out of here with a win.
Yeah, I'll co-sign on that. I think that's great analysis. This is also a game as a player where you do have to flush the circumstances. You got to be aware of the wetness. You got to be aware of your gloves, your hands, everything else.
Yeah.
But you can't let it just be your sole focus, right? You've got to have the mental toughness to persevere.
We're playing under the lights and some heavy rain here tonight. And off we go on Thursday night. Finds some space, he's past the 30. And he showed some burst on that return, getting them all the way to their own 40. So here's their offense, taking over for the first time here. And leading the way is their fourth-year QB.
Just an all-around great performance from him last week, Kate, in the win. Those 2 touchdowns he had played a big part in the victory, no question. But so did keeping it clean, not throwing a pick. You want to become friendly with your own defense? Make sure they don't have any extra possessions to defend. He did his job, and so did his teammates.
Looking to throw right away. Hits him on the out route. He picks up 15 on the play. And they'll have first down.
You know what I like about that, Kate? I like that they're not coming out slow. They're willing to go with some looks here that will yield big yardage down the field instead of just settling for dinking and dunking the ball.
Throwing now on first down. Hauled in left side. And he works this to the 38 before going down. 2nd and 3 now. From the 38. Has him on the quick hitter. And they haul him down just a foot or 2 shy of the red zone. 16 yards on the play. And it'll give him a first down.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
They'll keep this drive moving and come to the line for 1st and 10. Here's the lone back on the handoff. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
When you call that first down running play, you don't always expect to get those kind of yards, but they'll take that every single time.
First down, and they go right back to him. And he runs into a wall there. Multiple defenders ready to stop him cold at the line. Need better results here on 2nd and goal from the 10. It's a design boot. The throw is caught. And he'll go down shy of the end zone. They mark him at the 4.
You know, Kate, over the years, I've heard defensive coordinators say, hey, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. You got to earn the right for me to call blitzes. And when you call a blitz and you don't get home and you don't hit the quarterback.
And he's into the end zone. Touchdown. These guys finish up an excellent opening series. Well, you couldn't ask for a better start to a game than that. The offense taking it all the way down the field and finishing with 6.
These opening drives, Kate, are such tone setters. It is why every offense loves to script their first 15 plays, right? Everybody knows what's coming. Allows you during the practice week to get into rhythm, but even better when you're that sharp, that crisp, and you finish off and get the early lead.
That one splits the uprights. And his guys will jump out to a 7-0 lead. Following the touchdown, they'll kick it back and see what the opposition has in store. Return coming from the 6. He stopped on the return at the 27. So here comes this offense as they get set for their opening drive. And it'll be their 2nd-year quarterback who's bringing them out.
Katie certainly produced a lot of highlights last week, but he gave the defense a couple as well on those interceptions. And I don't care how many touchdowns as a quarterback you throw in a game, you turn it over a couple times at a loss, put your defense out there a few more times, those moments you remember. and what should really be driving him to get the win this week.
Blown back in the backfield, and he gets the handoff. And he's caught behind the line for a loss. Offense to the line for second down. Back to the well again. And defenders continue to swarm over to get him at the line. No gain on the play, and they still need 10 now on third down. Tight end going in motion here. Here he is on third and long. Just got it away before the hit, but it doesn't matter. It's incomplete. Fourth down coming up.
You know, that was a play, Kate, right there where you need to buy your receivers just enough time to get open along your routes, and your quarterback enough time to find and hit him with the throw. Time, well, that's not what he had. O-line couldn't hold up, and it forces the incompletion.
And before that return amounts to much, they bring him down. The home teams, and they're wide out, headed to the field for a new series. And with precious little time remaining in our season, he's the NFL leader in touchdown receptions. New set of downs for him at the 38. On first down, they'll run. And he'll be brought down a step or two shy of midfield. They're going to mark him at the 48. All right, we'll take a brief timeout here for an injured player. Never something you want to see this late in the season. They're going to check him out. First and 10, ball set up at the 48. They send the tight end in motion. They go play action on first. Complete out to the right side. And they make the tackle at the 38. It's a 13-yard play, and that's enough for the first.
I love throwing on first down. And when you see a first down pass just like that, it's taking advantage of a matchup you planned for, and you go out and execute.
Just a gain of 1, and that brings up 2nd and 9.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Here we go, 2nd and 9. And his perfect start is over. And that's the first one of his throws to wind up incomplete. So after that prior incompletion, we've got third down. Dropping back to throw. Complete over the middle. And he's going to be taken down a yard shy of the 25. And that's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the first down.
You're not going to last long in the National Football League if you don't convert a good chunk of your third downs. Nice find there to continue the series.
The drive picks up here, 1st and 10. Off the play fake, he'll throw. That one gonna go against the D.
That's interference. Defense.
Well, the pass interference might have prevented the touchdown there, but it gives this offense the yards and a great chance to punch it in anyway. Running it after the penalty. And the power play up the gut only results in 2 yards.
Okay, all right. There's a little progress on 1st and goal. You keep it safe, you push a little closer, and now you're set up for what you want to do on 2nd down.
On 2nd and 7. He's got it! And he's able to get it to the 2 before the stop.
I'll tell you this, you don't want to make a living throwing into double coverage, but double coverage and still finding a way to beat the defense and haul it in. That's not a situation many players win, and a lot of quarterbacks willing to make that throw and trust their receiver to get it done.
They get 1 yard, but nothing more. It's 4th and goal.
That's one of those plays, Kate, as an offense, it just sticks with you a little bit. It bothers you that you just can't convert on a very manageable down and distance. And on the other side, well, it sure gives you some confidence defensively to get off the field.
He gets one more shot at it. Goes up and over for the touchdown. These guys pull out in front further, 13 zip. Well, they took a gamble, and it paid off with a touchdown on 4th and goal.
And to do it on the ground at that's a confidence builder. Confidence builder for the big guys up front. Confidence builder for the running back to win at the line of scrimmage. And frankly, Kate, a confidence builder for this fan base that loves coaches being aggressive and going for it on 4th down.
He fields it from the 8. And this return gets to the 30 before he stopped. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing.
Kate, I don't know why every once in a while I'll get these little flashbacks, but a little play like that just flashes me back to the preseason, my first preseason. But one of the veteran QBs said, hey, Brock, whatever you do, just find completions. You will never go broke taking a profit. Go get it.
Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
Sometimes I wish everybody could feel what that feels like. When you're a QB and you just feel the air in the pocket getting sucked out and you know there's no escape, it can be just one heck of a deflating feeling for that defense who puts a sack on the board.
Nice work by the defense on that drive, Brock, as it looks like they're going to get off the field here with a 3 and out.
You kept them from generating any sort of momentum to give this drive legs. We know offenses, they've got to see the chains move to get it going, but that forcible hit knocked the ball loose.
The home teams returning their offense and this running back to the field. And he's already scored once this game, something he's made a bit of a habit of this season. As we see, he's among the league's best at finding that end zone. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. On the move, headed right. He's going to keep it this time. And he's going to bring it up to the 40-yard line before he stopped.
You know, Kate, they always say that QB clock, you know what it's more like? It's more like an alarm, especially in a situation like that. And it's a good thing you woke up to it, able to make something out of nothing and at least keep them moving forward.
Here's 2nd and 5. Short pass brought in. And they're going to bring him down just on the other side of midfield. And that one goes for a gain of 11. And it'll give him a 1st down. Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down. Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5.
Brings up 2nd and 5.
Back-to-back carries here. And they take him down after just a small gain on the final play of the 1st. Well, these top-tier offenses have brought the firepower so far. Plenty of points in that 1st quarter. It's a 2-score game early. Take a quick break, and we'll be back with more of the NFL on EA Sports. We're back, and we'll join this drive already in progress to begin quarter 2. They'll have it 3rd and 3. The tight end going in motion right. 3rd down from the gun. Complete beyond the marker. And he's able to get this down to the 36. 6 yards on the play and enough for a 1st.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your 3rd downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And the plunge up the gut yields nothing there. 2nd and 10, need to get some positive yardage here.
And 10 at the 36-yard line.
They give it to him again. And he runs this one down across the 35 and inside the 30. 7 yards on the carry. Now they've got 3rd and 3.
That's a gain of 7. Brings up 3rd and 3.
They motion the slot man right. From the gun on 3rd down. To the sideline, complete, and he's got the 1st down as he stays in bounds.
That's what we call situational football. You spend all week working on your nickel passing game package to take advantage of third downs just like that.
They'll throw on first. And that one is dropped. Such great work to get all by himself, but he can't haul in the gimme, and that deep shot is missed. Wow. They'll run now on second down. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
Hey, Kate, sorting through traffic, seeking out a runner, that is this guy's domain, and boy, does he know how to operate in it.
Third and long for him here. Nothing there left side as it ends up incomplete. A good defensive play breaks that one up. And they're going to be stuck with a 4th and long. So they send out the field goal units and try for 3 on this one. From the left hash, this would be 43 yards. And that one is good. A little longer, but no problem at all. And that will add to their score.
A dependable kicker, man, that is a coach's best friend. Saves him so much stress to have a guy he can really trust to go out and hit it from that distance consistently. Because from that far out, no kick is a guarantee.
He stopped on the return at the 27. The visitors ready for their next series, led out on offense by their quarterback. And he's kept up the pace all season long, to the point, look, he's in the top 5 across the NFL in passing. Offense ready to begin this drive, 1st and 10. He's dropping back to throw. Short pass caught by his tight end. And he's brought down after a short gain.
Well, that's a pretty similar result to a 1st down run play. Moves it forward, keeps you on schedule, and makes 2nd and 3rd down a whole lot easier to manage.
Couldn't bring it in over the middle, incomplete.
That just goes to show you can't take any completion for granted, even on some of the shortest passes in the game plan.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Completed over the middle. And he'll go down, and we'll say right at the 39-yard line. He manages a gain of 8 there. And that'll be a 1st down.
You know, Kate, they say a dog is a man's best friend. Well, a tight end that moves the chains on 3rd down, that's a QB's best friend.
1st down now, ball at the 39-yard line. Lone back gets the handoff. And he won't get anything there. Several defenders nearby to hold him up. 2nd and 10, need to get some positive yardage here. Looking for a throw here. It was there, but he couldn't hang on. That's incomplete. Well, no look on his first look of the game. And that's going to leave him with a tough 3rd and long. He'll throw it. That heater is going to fall to the turf. Looking for his wide receiver there. So that brings up 4th and long. They'll send out the punting unit. And he's going to try to give his defense a long field to defend. And he's certainly been staying busy. Once again, he's out to punt and sends this flying. Fair catch made a little beyond the 20-yard line. That punt goes unanswered. No return there. And they'll get ready to go on offense. They're out and set. 1st and 10. Lone back in the backfield, and they give it to him. And they sent it straight ahead, but the front stops him after a gain of 3. 2nd down now, 7 to go.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
Another carry for him. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. He musters up 3 yards on the run. That sets up 3rd and 4.
Brings up 3rd and 4.
He's going to throw this one. That's caught for the 1st. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips and cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
New slate of downs to approach here from the 40. They'll run here on first down. Breaks the tackle, still going. And the run continues. And they'll get him down after he gets into the 48. Pickup of 12 on that play. And that gives them the first. They'll try and throw it here. Finds his man over the middle. And he has it to the 42 before they make the stop. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4.
At the 42-yard line.
From the gun, they're going to hand it off.
The ball carrier.
And he'll get this down to the 40. Give him 3 yards. That's going to bring up 3rd and 2.
Gain of 3. Brings up 3rd and 2.
They put a receiver in motion here left. Looking to throw on 3rd and 2. Cut out left. And he's brought down at about that 27-yard line. It's a gain of 12 there. And that'll give him a first down.
It sure seemed like he knew exactly where he was going with that right off the snap.
They have themselves another 1st and 10. Pass play now. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. It arrived as the ball did to break things up. And it's going to be 2nd down. Plowing up the middle. And they'll stop him after a short pickup to the 24. Give him 3 that time. That's going to bring up 3rd and 7. We've hit the 2-minute warning.
You know, they got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get first downs against the better defenses in this league.
Hits him on the out route. They'll have 1st and goal to go now after they gained 18 on the previous play.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
They'll send him over right. First down from the red zone. And look at the footwork there. Touchdown. These guys boat racing them to the halftime locker room. All right, partner, what do you think? Was that a design read, or did he just see space and he was reacting more on the old quarterback instinct there?
Yes. I think yes on both of them, and that play happens so fast that it really is instincts on both sides.
Now we have a stoppage. No challenges inside of 2 minutes and a half, but the replay official wants to take another look at this on their own. Well, this right here is where having all those camera angles comes into play. We're going to get a much clearer picture thanks to all the shots we've got.
Yep, technology, everybody's friend right now. We get to watch it again and again, unlike these officials who got to see it once in real time. We just have to see, is there clear enough evidence to overturn the call that was made down there on the field?
No change to the call on the field. So that play's going to remain a touchdown. That one right down the middle. And these guys make it a 24-point ball game. They put a touchdown on the board, and now they'll send it away. Starting from the 5. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. This offense ready to get going again now. And this drive, they need to come up with some type of answer because, well, Brock, we can almost hear those engines starting to gear up. They might have a boat race coming.
Yeah, I think everybody in the building can feel it. This has been so momentous one way, and as a competitor, you have got to stop that slide.
Second and 10 now. Splits a couple of defenders and completes it. And this one doesn't go far. To the air, 3rd and long. intercepted. And a great return comes to an end with the tackle. Oh, man, I'm having to hold my partner back after this one. Captain Fundamental not happy that he didn't take the time to stop and get set before delivering that football. Gotta think that in part led to the turnover.
Yeah, Captain Fundamental because I couldn't run. Kind of like Tom Brady, right? But he's the essence of it. He's the GOAT. Why? Because he sets his feet. He's so fundamentally sound. The chance of interception so much higher when your fundamentals are no good.
It's okay, partner. It's gonna be okay. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Looking to the air here. Catch is made in close. Touchdown. Ooh, baby, Brock. This one has gotten well out of hand.
You think so? I think this is utter domination. Going to be a lot of questions to be answered. I'm going to guess this is a press conference the coach isn't looking forward to.
Now they'll try to knock the extra point through. Got a good plant in the rain there. The extra point flies through. And his guys grow their lead yet again. Now after the touchdown, they'll kick it back and see what the opposition can do. His return starts at the 5. He stopped on the return at the 27. The offense headed back to the field. They're trailing, but there's enough time, Brock, that they could get a scoring drive to attack that here before the break. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Interception last drive doesn't deter them. They're going right back to the air. And he'll go down, and we'll say right at the 39-yard line. Prior to 1st down, they decide to call a timeout. Throwing now off play action. Dump off caught by his back. And he goes out, just needed one more step there to reach midfield.
Ineligible receiver downfield. Offense.
A game they were pretty happy with goes away via the penalty. And now we're going to wait to see how they respond.
Still 1st down.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Throwing the out route complete.
This running back is a mismatch maker. That's how I label him on my little sheet right here. Right under his bio, this guy just creates matchup nightmares for every defender on the field.
This time they're going to get there, and they drop him. So before 3rd down, whistles, and yep, the timeout comes in. They'll throw it. And they can't connect on the 3rd down deep shot. Love the courage they had to try it, but it's incomplete, and now we've got 4th down. On now comes their punter. And he's hoping for a well-placed strike. And he drives this one into the pouring rain. And he's brought down before the return gets far. The home teams and this running back headed back out for a new series. And get that big old marker out. Cross a major number off his roadmap after that last drive. He's reached one of the marks that every back strives to hit at some point during the season. Airing it out to start this drive. Has it downfield, working the left. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They get 28 out of that play. And they're going to have a 1st down.
I know the Combine tries to test everything it possibly can physically, but I don't know how you test courage at the Combine because there's nobody defending you. Nobody wants to hit you. But that was the epitome of courage to make that in.
A very tough opponent.
Thanks so much for the look around the league, Coach. But now it's time to turn our attention back to this one as we begin the 3rd quarter. That's going to be taken in at the 8. He stopped on the return at the 27. And Brock, we got a pretty good idea how a lot of the playoff picture is going to shake out, but still some time left for things to change near the end of the season. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Right up the gut. And he drives into a pile of defenders and is stopped right at the line. No gain there that time, and it's 2nd and 10. He'll look to throw. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
This is a time where you get in that huddle and you just look at one another and say, hey, let's get back in rhythm. Get back in rhythm. Get something good to feel good about. Sure, you'd love to get the 1st down, but more than anything, just find a positive play after a huge...
Oh, they're on him, and he's dropped again. And consecutive sacks have them staring at a tough 4th down. Their punter making his way out now. And after that drive went backwards, he's going to send this one forward. And he drives this into the pouring rain. And a sure-handed play there in the rain. He brings in the fair catch without a problem. No return on that punt. Man, it'll be their football. New slated downs to approach here from the 40. Pass play on 1st and 10. And that one's unsuccessful.
Hey, Kate, I know it's unrealistic to expect a 100% completion rate from anywhere on the field. But in this close, you really shouldn't be missing too many throws. Those need to be borderline automatic.
Another throw here on 2nd down. That one doesn't find its man. Incomplete. No luck finding his receiver that time. So they're left facing 3rd and long. Setting up a throw. He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. And he's tackled for a short gain.
I call this quarterback's best friend. Some call it a safety valve, some call it automatic, but it's sure nice as a quarterback when you got a trusty running back over the middle of the field that you can depend on.
Punter takes the field on 4th down, and he sends this one flying. It's fielded at the 14. And something on the return, but not much, as it still ends inside the 20. Their offense ready to take the field now. And this game might be going better if he could have some more time just to work back there. This pass rush has been all over them. Really keeps taking this offense out of any grooves that they've managed to get into.
Okay, I like to say in life there's energy givers and there's energy vampires.
Yeah.
And for this defense, these sacks right here, they're such energy givers. And man, it's like a vampire sucking the juice out of an offense.
Yeah, I love that. And he's brought down for a loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
Throwing with a blitz on the way. Has him on the quick hitter. And they take him down at the 24-yard line.
Well, he saw his guys pick up the blitz. Well, he felt them pick it up anyway if he wasn't looking at him. But with their effort on his behalf, I think this QB felt owed to them and the group up front to find somebody to get a completion so that effort up front wasn't in vain.
His first target doesn't lead to his first catch. And 4th and 4 coming up. So out now comes the punter. And this will mark his 5th kick of the night. Juke the defender. And he's getting nothing on that return. They wrap him up almost at the exact spot that he fielded that punt. Now this offense ready to head back out. And taking a look at these highlights, Brock, just a reminder of the type of game that they have had throwing the football. It really has been the key to their success.
Yeah, they've just not only stayed on schedule here, Kate. Man, they've made some music, right? Great rhythm.
Yeah.
Not just ahead of schedule, but huge plays have followed. We've seen a lot of different looks and wrinkles throughout this performance, and it's been a joy to watch.
Jukes one defender, and he's brought down after a nice gain and a first down.
Okay, this is why coaches across all levels of football harp on the importance of good, fundamental tackling, not just to hear themselves talk. It's to make sure that when one of their guys has a chance to bring down a running back, They're able to do it and keep those plays from going any further.
That one falls to the turf. Couldn't hang on. It's incomplete. This one intended for the running back. So second down coming up. Back to throw. Escapes the pocket. He can run it. And he'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field.
Tick, 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 tick. You know, his internal clock right there told him it was time to escape, and good thing he listened to it. He was able to make something out of nothing and at least move them forward.
They're going to throw it on 3rd and long. That one's cut along the left sideline. And they're going to haul him down a step before the 30, right at the 31. Big gain, 14 on the play. And it sets up first down.
Sure seems like he knew exactly what he wanted, and he got it, going right where he wanted to with the ball off the snap.
They've got first down from the 31. Throwing off the play fake here. He sends this one to the end zone. They connect on the deep shot. And he finds him in the end zone for the touchdown. Now, as they drive forward to what right now looks like it should be a win, Brock, he sure has taken advantage of a nice little chance to boost his stat line. His second touchdown of the game.
Yeah, you just kind of feel these two building some trust, right? Just more and more equity. Certainly paying dividends in this one, but more than likely for more games to come.
They'll try this extra point. Extra point sent in through the rain. And these guys continue piling onto this lead. And after they reach the end zone, they'll kick it off and turn things over to the defense. This one's fielded at the 40-yard line. Returns looking good so far. And they'll start this drive in good position, a little shy of the 40. This offense making its way back out now. All the touchdowns have come from one side of the field, Brock. They're still looking for their first points of any kind in a game that has gotten out of hand. Throwing now on first down. Finds him over the middle. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs. All right, set now, 1st and 10. Now he'll throw off the play fake. It's incomplete. Should have been a catch downfield, but off his hands and to the ground it goes. Couldn't connect on first. It's second down. From midfield now. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. No connection on the last play, and out 3rd down. Back now, pressure on its way. Short throw is dropped. This one's incomplete.
Oh, that drop is such a bummer because it ruins the payoff of such a well-designed play, Kate. Got the man open, beat the coverage, but then you got to go finish it. You got to go make that catch. I will say, keep that one in mind. They could revisit that play in the future.
And this will fly out of bounds to deny a return. They're going to mark it a little before the 20. The offense being led back out by its quarterback as they get geared up for their next possession. And on that last drive, Brock, he crossed a notable threshold in passing yards for the season. Always nice when you can reach one of those plateaus to look back on after the year's over. Here's a give up the middle. And he found some running room for a nice gain. Good run, gets him 7. That brings up 2nd and 3.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3.
From the 29. Catch is made down the right sideline. And he does quite a bit of damage before they finally take him down.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position by hitting on that shot. You've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
Now they'll hit the line just outside the red zone following that big play. To throw it on first down. Why not go back to it again if it's working? Complete.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on first down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for second down. And with third and short in your back pocket, you can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
And the catch is made for the touchdown. Well, they definitely wanted to get that one out quick, Brock. They did just that, and it ends in 6.
We hear it all the time, but it is so true, Kate. This is a game about matchups. And when you see a throw that quick, it really was determined pre-snap. It was great design and tremendous execution.
Now the PAT try coming up. Bad weather doesn't affect that extra point. It's good. And his guys continue adding on to that lead. Following the touchdown, they'll kick it back and see what the opposition has in store. Returning it from the 4. And pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29. Back out runs their offense. And I'm sure they're tired of bringing out the punter, Brock. They're hopefully going to give him some rest this time around and find some points to go after that lead. Here's the lone back on the handoff. And they'll take him down at the 43-yard line. It's a pickup of 14 yards as the chains reset.
He easily had the yardage for a first, but he was hungry for a lot more. I think that tackle prevented something that was going to be a lot bigger than just a first down pickup.
Going to the ground again on first. And they've got him behind the line for a big loss.
Hey, range is not an optional feature for middle linebackers in today's game. It's a prerequisite for the job. And this guy definitely has it. Followed that play from the start, and he ended it with a loss.
That's too far in front, and it's not going to be caught. Looking for his wide receiver there. So now it's going to be 3rd and long. Here's a throw. Dumped off to his running back. And he's short of the first after a mild gain.
Translatable skills, that's what you call it. So effective as a runner, but those same traits that make him a great runner, adept at getting those yards, well, he translates it now as a receiver in the open field.
4th down, and on comes the punt team, and the kick's away. Fair catch called for and brought in at the 11. We don't get a return out of that punt. And it's going to be their football coming up. Offense ready to begin this drive, 1st and 10. First throw for the backup now. Short pass brought in. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
That is what elite offenses are all about. Why worry about 3 downs when you need only 1? Move the chains in one play and keep driving that defense backwards.
Hits his running back. And they're going to bring him down just beyond the 30 at the 31. Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. We've reached the end of the 3rd quarter on this Thursday night. It's been a great time at the stadium for this crowd. Their side has turned this into a blowout as we start the 4th. Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. They'll run here from the gun. And he's going to bring it up to the 40-yard line before he stopped. That's a pickup of 9. And they'll have 1st down. New slate of downs to approach here from the 40. First down, and they go right back to him. And he drives it up past the 45. He managed 6 on the play, bringing up 2nd and 4.
46-yard line. A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
Back to the well again. And he's officially into enemy territory now. They're going to give him the opposing 49. 1st and 10 from a yard shy of midfield.
At the 49-yard line.
Thrown back in the backfield, and he gets the handoff. And he'll come up with a gain of 3 on the run up the middle. Second down now, 7 to go.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
Now we're on the counter. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. They got 2 yards there. That leaves him with 3rd down and 5.
Brings up 3rd and 5.
They send a tight end in motion. Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. Just 1 yard on the play. That leaves him with 4th and 4.
It's 4th down.
Shotgun snap, they're gonna throw. No place to go. They get him to the turf and force a turnover on downs. And following the play, we've got a break in the action as the trainers head out. They had a man hurt on the play, and hopefully this doesn't affect his availability for the playoffs. They'll head up 1st and 10 from the 42. Throwing it to start this drive. Dumps it off to his running back. And they get there to take him down right around the 41.
1 yard gain. Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 41-yard line.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Back to throw. Cut out left. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage.
Just get this guy touches. I don't care how, I don't care when. Just find unique ways to get this running back the ball, and over time, he's going to make you pay.
That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down. He'll throw it yet again. That's incomplete left side. Nearly an interception on that play. And things look tougher now with 3rd and long. Throwing from the gun. Underneath it goes. Catch made by the running back. And that will not be enough for a 1st down.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much in training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, you can make a play in the open field. Keep them short like that, I promise you some money will follow.
They come through with 6 yards there, Brock, and they're rewarded with a new set of downs. Ooh, this is going to be a false start on the offense here. So tough to stay set when you've got defenders doing everything they can to make you jump, and, well, they got one of them to move that time. They'll run here following the penalty. And they corral him after a minimal gain to the 21. 2 yards on the run. Still ground to make up, though, as they face 2nd and 13. Back to throw now. They'll just huck this one into row C, and some lucky fan is going to haul in a heck of a souvenir. Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here. Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
I know from the position of the quarterback, Kate, sometimes you hand that ball, you put it in the belly of the running back, and you send him right into the teeth of a buzzsaw. You can feel it from the jump, and that call from the defense, well, it came at the perfect time.
And it is good. No problems there on the shorter attempt. And Brock, I'd say that's more of a moral victory than something that's really going to affect the deficit much.
After I'd imagine dozens of kicks into that net on the sideline staying warm, Kate, he finally gets his chance to knock a field goal through the uprights. And of course, he wasn't going to whiff on that opportunity.
He stopped on the return at the 27. Here comes their offense out again. They liked how that drive was going, but the ending, the turnover on downs, yeah, that's something they'll try to rewrite on this series. On first down, they'll run. And he sneaks this through the middle, maybe a gain of 2.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. 1 yard on the run, so just 3 yards across those last 2 carries. It's 3rd and 7. Pass play coming here. That's caught for the first. And he's going to get this up close to the 40 before going out. Give him 8 yards on the play. And it'll give him a first down.
Move the chains! Gotta move them chains! Build momentum and keep that defense on its heels.
So much to the chagrin of this crowd, that challenge flag is out, and they want to take another look. Well, we're going to see how much of a sideline maven he is, Brock. This one very close, whether he got the feet down or not.
And I'm so impressed by all these mavens because you've got to make that transition from college where 1 foot, you're good.
Yep.
But not at this level. You've got to be a ballerina. You got to get those toes both in, and the replay booth will be the judge of it.
Well, that didn't break out how they thought it would, and they're going to lose the first of their 3 timeouts for their trouble. And he's going to bring it up to the 40-yard line before he stopped. 2 on the pickup there, and it's going to be 2nd and 8.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
Back-to-back carries here. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. Give him about 3 yards, and now they're going to have 3rd and 5 to figure out. So that brings us to the 2-minute warning. These guys moments away from celebrating their 14th win this season. From the gun on 3rd down. And that's knocked away. The linebacker got him in the middle of the field, incomplete.
That's a nice job there by the linebacker. He kind of looks like a cornerback on that, doesn't he? Perhaps those cover guys are going to have a little fun with him in practice this week because he looked like a DB right there, swatting the incompletion.
And this hits at the 4 before taking a bounce into the end zone. That's a touchback. This offense getting all set for this series. And they'll get one final chance in a game that, to put it mildly, Brock, has been a bit of a miserable experience for them. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Airing it out to start this drive. Tried to connect, but it winds up incomplete.
There's the importance of staying in phase as a defender. He was all over him in coverage, and that really did help force the incompletion.
2nd and 10 now. He's on the move and just gets back to the line of scrimmage.
Well, I think all quarterbacks have been there before. You start scrambling, you're hoping for something to materialize, and nothing does. You just try to get back to the line, live to play another day, and more importantly, avoid a loss.
Clean breakup on that throw. And now they're staring at 4th and long.
How many times do defenders hear from their coaches, read and react, read and react? You got to read where the quarterback's eyes are going, and then more importantly, you got to react as he begins to throw and knock that ball away.
Stiff arm success. And he gets his guys a few yards before they bring him down on the return. That punt finishes as a 60-yard effort. And they're going to take over possession. Running it now out of the gun. And he's only going to get 2 or 3 yards on that one.
Got to be rush hour, Kate, because there's a whole lot of traffic up the middle right there. He ran right into some gridlock, and he could only manage a few yards at most.
They give it to him again. And a bit of deja vu as they stop him at the line once again. So something to be proud of, Brock, as they come away with the win. And we know how rain can wreak havoc at any moment on a football field, but they didn't let that stop them today. They played their game, and as a result, they're leaving here with a victory. And with Brock Heward and our EA Sports crew, I'm Kate Scott saying so long from this one. It was a great effort from our winners as we say goodnight, everybody.